Simon Olsen, he's driving one of Bodie's cars and it's an absolute rocket ship. Whereas our car this weekend has gone the other way. We made some changes and it actually has less drive. So we're going to put in actually more driving the car right now, so it's going to be tighter. But now the track drivers are changing a lot and I have no experience in this car in the wet. So a little bit of a crapshoot, but in a good headspace. Really enjoying the weekend.
Simon Olsen, he's currently in 5th place. And this car is suiting his style. Truly international. You got the Irishman of Dean Kearney from Tremor Waterford, and then you got from Holog Actor, I don't know, Simon Olsen, a very talented driver. And the first year behind the wheel of his S chassis, the way Dean Kearney is driving that Dodge Viper, not going to be no pushover, especially Simon Olsen, got 2nd place in New Jersey. Also, the sight laps, those will basically commence after the top 16. No more sight laps as we go into the 8 unless we do see some more moisture out on track. All right, taking a look. Dean Kearney qualifying 13th. Simon Olsen qualifying 14th. Or no, I think so. All right.
Yeah, I know that there's a lot of questions about what's going on with Turk. What I'm starting to hear from the competition staff is that this is a one-of-one situation, and
We haven't seen it before.
We haven't seen it before, and there's no justification for Turk to win that round.
Right.
So he would be stuck with where he ended up,
16.
essentially. Yeah.
16. So no points advancement.
Exactly.
Get the same points as you.
That's what I'm hearing from the competition staff, which is they're going to make a call now.
Here we go, moving on to this battle. Dean Kearney out front, Hyper NFT. Carnage into that first outside zone. He's seeing a lot of different debris being sprayed up in Simon Olsen's face. Now going to that third outside zone. Good sweeping bank into that, again, third outside zone, now into that final outside zone. Simon Olsen maybe giving too much room out front of Dean Kearney.
Once upon a magic dream, Charlotte Tilbury made a magic cream.
Room out front of Dean Kearney. Again, that got a little wild right out of the gate. Definitely want to take a look at different angles here.
Well, Simon Olsen had his moment in New Jersey, didn't he? And being on the podium, trying to carry that momentum here in St. Louis. But Dean Kearney has been on a hot one this weekend. Gets a pretty good start there, just dips that right tire, but unfortunately misses about 3/4 of outside zone 2. So leaving the door open there for Simon on his lead run. Better job on 3. And a pretty solid job on the timing into outside zone 4, but he does play it a little bit conservatively. He goes deep into the zone, then pulls out, and then goes back deep again. But I love that snap. And thankfully, when he drops that rear tire, his forward momentum does not change to affect Simon Olsen like some of the other battles that we saw. We're able to see this continue on. So what we're left with is what mistakes were made by what drivers in what areas of the course, and how can those be utilized when we switch things up.
Simon Olsen, as you said, will now lead. We're seeing the telemetry there from the different meters inside the car. You can see the accelerometer lights on the windscreens. And Simon Olsen gets into the chute with his field suspension, GT radial, S chassis, and Carnage will be chasing him down. One more battle after this in our Royal Purple Top 16. That is Jonathan Castro and Ryan Littoral. Here's the second run of this battle. Again, that chase car can't leave before the lead car. Here we go, Simon Olsen. See how he manages that first outside zone. Right there on the course edge. Could have gotten a little bit deeper here as Dean Kearney. Good proximity from him. Look at that, jumping forward. And then SRT-10 Dodge Viper now into that third outside zone. Big angle from Olsen. Again, we've seen cars deeper before, but oh, look at this. Oh no, Dean Kearney comes up short in that last outside zone. Maybe nervous, a little precarious there from Dean Kearney.
We were talking about zones 2 and 3 for Dean in the lead position. We're going to want to take a look at that for Olsen. Was he able to get that report back from his spotter and kind of better Dean in those areas? He gets into the first zone a little bit late, but he's very stable and consistent about 3/4 of the way back. Does do a better job on 2, and is able to kind of match that up with a really strong performance in 3. Now in the final outside zone, he transitions back around, goes deep into that zone, and unfortunately Dean does not get the timing right. He comes up a little bit shallow there and is not able to match the line of Simon Olsen.
Yeah, Simon, like you said, he had a moment in New Jersey, loved to get on top of the box, got second place, just behind Adam LZ. That was again a momentous occasion for Adam LZ in New Jersey. This is the last time we're going to see LZ at Formula Drift this season. Von Kitt Jr. will be back in the remaining rounds. Let's see who moves on into the 8, Dean Kearney or Simon Olsen. It looks like the Norwegian pilot feels suspension.